Yes, it is live on YouTube, and yeah. So this week, can you get started on the club mission? And
I think we'll wait for more minutes, and we can start at 10.
Okay. So it's 9:59 already. Maybe we
I
can
just share the link on Facebook as well. That's why.
Yes, please. So I think for people who don't know, so I think Baiju and Varun are in a leadership training program of Toastmasters Club. So I had to step in on behalf of them as a presiding officer for today. First time, so no pressure. So let us see how it goes. Yeah, Rutvi, presiding officer, I think it's 10 a.m. We can start the meeting.
So good morning all Toastmasters and guests. My name is Ritvi Shah and I will be your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the meeting, to the 197th meeting of our Vadodara Toastmasters Club. Before starting the meeting, I'd like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. As Toastmasters, we do not talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. Please turn off your video if you're stepping out of the meeting. Now, I'd request all of you to repeat the club mission after me. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. For today's meeting, Toastmaster Sai Charan will be acting as the presiding officer. So now I declare the meeting open and I'd like to hand over the meeting to Sai Charan.
Thank you, Rutvi. Thank you very much. And a warm welcome to one and all. And in this great and pleasant Sunday morning, I welcome you all. And before moving on to my presiding address, I just to acknowledge one thing. So we have Toastmaster Ashwin's birthday today, and let us all wish him a great birthday. And Toastmaster Ashwin, you want to speak something? Any birthday special today?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Sai Charan, for the birthday wish, and all the fellow Toastmasters for the birthday wishes. So thank you so much. And if we would have been in-person meeting, then yeah, for sure, would have organized something, some small party. But yeah, it is pending. Whenever we will meet, for sure, we will have some small celebration. Thank you.
Sure, definitely. Happy birthday. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
So moving on. So I want to start with a quote today. And I think this will be very inspirational and something related to today's theme of social media detoxification, right? So listen to me carefully. If today were the last day of your life, would you want to do what you are about to do today? Yeah. If today were your last day, would you want to do what you are about to do today? Any guesses who said this?
Steve Jobs.
Yes, Kunal, I think it's absolutely correct. It's Steve Jobs. So he's the tech mogul, and who is the person who said this quote among many quotes on being bold, courageous, and innovative. It is very difficult to not talk about tech moguls and stalwarts when the theme today is social media. Today, I want to talk to you about the value of courage. Personal courage and the ability to take risks is often undervalued and sometimes an undesirable value in many of the large organizations. I say this because before making any decision, you need to take a nod from all the stakeholders, shareholders, CFO, etc., etc. But Steve Jobs unshackled this bureaucracy and made calculated gambles courageously. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to bring up a story in Steve Jobs' life which exemplifies this value. He had lots of ups and downs in his life, and one such nadir was getting ousted as Apple CEO. After he came out of Apple, he started a new company called Next Computer Incorporation. This company was catering to giving high-powered computing stations to universities and businesses. But this company was lagging in one important aspect of its target audience, rendering capabilities. So Steve Jobs went ahead and wanted to purchase Pixar from Lucasfilm. So Pixar is the animation studios and has a lot of graphics capabilities. Many industry experts vehemently opposed this idea, saying that already the company which Steve Jobs has is just floating afloat with low business, and making such a huge investment in a graphics business is not a good idea. But Steve Jobs stood by his decision and used the creative capacity of the Pixar animation studios, one, to develop his computers, and two, he made an animation studio, which is called Pixar Animation Studios as we know today. It went on to become a huge success after they pivoted to short films and feature films. After some time, Apple sold Pixar to Disney for $7.4 billion with a B. He completely bounced back and produced one of the pioneering animation studios of all time. Wanted to end this presiding address with one of his another famous quote. Courage is the only choice. There'll be a lot of pressure to back off from a strong course of action. Don't give in. That's not easy. That's not to say never listen to others, but you can never please everyone. Trying to do so makes you lose your way and your opportunities. Yeah. Hope I have given you something to ponder upon. And I'm looking forward to Toastmaster Anirban's energetic few guidelines on social media detoxification. Now we'll move back to the guest introduction. Yeah. So let us start with guest Yashpal. I think you have introduced a bit before the meeting. Maybe if you can tell us how did you come to know about Toastmasters and what are your expectations and how can we help you? Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, good morning all. Audible?
Yes, you're audible, Mr. Yashpal.
Yeah. So I have been a Toastmaster member of Thane Toastmaster Club a couple of years back. I also attended Vadodara Toastmaster Club twice or thrice, but I was not able to continue after that. I have also been a part of Toastmaster when I was in Shanghai for 2 years. So I know the structure and I know how Toastmaster has been developed and how it helps to build confidence and leadership skills. So I wanted to be a part of Vadodara Toastmaster now. It's on my priority list. On the working front, I work with MG Motor as a assistant general manager in IT department. I have spent my working life working on connected car solutions. I have worked with Mahindra. I have worked with Tata Technologies. I have worked with Tata Technologies Shanghai. Then I have worked with Sun Mobility. Now I'm working with MG Motor. So I have a vast experience, like 18 years of experience in this field. On the family front, we stay, like I am my spouse and I have a kid. My son is in 8th standard. My parents stay near to this place, like Maharashtra, Gujarat border. It's like it's Tarapur, if you know. It's the first Bhava Atomic Center plant was there. and my father is retired from BARC. So to be close to them, I have shifted to Vadodara and started working with MG Meeting. I'm in Vadodara from last 2 years, 2.5 years now. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
short introduction. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Yashpal. A really great introduction, and you're in fact a quite accomplished person, both personally and professionally. So we want to welcome you to Vadodara Toastmasters Club once you are okay to join. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now moving on, we have Rohanshi. Rohanshi, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Good morning. My name is Rohanshi Dakshini, and I just graduated from commerce, and currently I'm preparing for my master's, for entrance exams for my MBA, which is after 3 to 4 months. So actually, I have a stage fear, and I really want to improve my public speaking skills, due to which I joined Toastmasters Club. And my friend Akash suggested me about it, recommended me to join Toastmasters Club. And I really feel that in MBA or in any other field, you really have to be good at speaking in front of a crowd, and because you have to give a lot many presentations, and due to which I think it is very essential for me to overcome the stage fear which I have.
Welcome, Rohanshi. Yes, as you rightly pointed out, you are at the right place, and definitely not only helps your communication skills, but also your leadership skills as well, which would be definitely a great add-on to your MBA profile. And hope you make the most out of this club. Thank you. Thank you for joining. And next we have Virendra. I think you have introduced yourself a bit, but just for other guests and the other members in our club, if you can introduce again.
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. This is Virendra Upadhyay, and I am currently working with Tata Elxsi Pune as a senior engineer. So we are responsible for the development of medical devices like the CT scan or electrosurgical generators or cardiac pacemakers, all sorts of medical devices. Prior to this, I was with Capgemini, Mumbai. So I was there for around 5 years, close to 5 years, and I have done my engineering from Vadodara itself. I was born here, and thereafter I have been in all the different cities, parts of India like Bangalore, Gandhinagar, Mumbai, and now Pune. So the reason why I actually got introduced to this forum by Rutvi Shah, and I mean, for the purpose that I look forward to is learning leadership skills as well as improving the communication skills.
Sure. Thank you, Virendra, for that lovely introduction. Please do stay tuned till the end of the meeting, as we would want to collect your feedback on the session, and we would love to get to your feedback on all the aspects. Yeah, we have guest Sancheti. So Sancheti, if you can unmute yourself and give a quick introduction about yourself.
Yeah, this is Sanchiti, and I am currently pursuing BTech from Government College Engineering, Aurangabad. I got to know about Toastmasters because of Krunal sir. He's my mentor, and the purpose of joining this is just so obvious. You get to learn a lot from here. The people here are so knowledgeable. They share their learning experiences, and that's like it is something that you can actually extract from this club. So yeah, it's learning, leadership skill, communication skill improvement. That is the sole purpose.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sancheti. Thank you very much. So all guests, please drop in your mobile number in the chat box so that I can get in touch with you in case you want to join the club. And I'm the VTM membership for this club as well. So please do drop in, and please stay tuned till the end of the meeting. We'll also be having table topics where you will be asked to participate, and I'm the table topic master as well. So, yeah. Now I hand back the control to Anirban, Toastmaster of the day. Please take this virtual stage, Anirban. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sai. And am I audible?
Yes, you are. You're audible
Okay,
and
thank you.
visible.
And a very warm good morning to all of you present here. Come on, guys, it's a Sunday morning. I want some response.
Hello, good
Very
morning.
Good morning. Good morning,
very
Anirban.
good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good
That's
morning,
right.
Anirban.
Thank you so much. And I request as many people possible to switch on your videos. It will give a very interactive feeling. Thank you. So the topic for discussion today is about social media addiction. Now, I'm not going to start with by asking a very cliched question as to how many of you are on social media, because I know most of us are there on social media. In fact, the level of addiction that we have for social media might vary from person to person, but I know and I firmly believe that all of you must acknowledge that in this pandemic world, because of excessive digitization, it's time that we go for a social media detoxification, right? So let me toss a simple question to the audience now. And I want you to reply in the chat as soon as possible. Which is your favorite social media platform? And I'll give you 30 seconds. You can write in the chat box as soon as possible. Okay, Dr. Pavan says YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, LinkedIn. Krunal sir is very professional. I barely see him on Instagram. Okay, Facebook, Insta. That's fine. That's fine. Great. So the reason why I asked you this question is because it has been noticed that there is a very similar pattern of human behavior when it comes to operating on social media. And I'll come to that in a couple of minutes. By the way, my favorite is Instagram because Instagram has this unique feature of reels, stories. So it gives a very quick insight and a sneak peek to the other person's life as to what is going on, what they are doing, the clothes they are wearing, the food they're eating, and everything else. So the other day, I uploaded a photo of myself on Instagram. And believe me, throughout the day, I was craving for every single like, comment that was coming. And constantly, for 2 days, I was doing this. And at the end of 2 days, I managed to gather only 72 likes. I barely crossed 50, not reached 100, and then only 72. I was mildly disappointed. But on the next day, I was utterly disappointed because one of my colleague, Toastmaster Varun, he uploaded a photo and within a couple of hours, he managed to get more than 200 likes. And then I thought, what is wrong with me? The number of likes that he has gathered in a couple of hours is more than the number of followers that I have on Instagram. I went crazy. Do I need to have an image makeover? Am I not socially very friendly? What's wrong with me? Now I want an honest raise of opinion, honest raise of hand from you guys. How many of you have the same feeling when you operate on the social media? I want an honest raise of hands. Come on. I can only see Viral sir's hand. Is it everyone? Dr. Pawan says everyone. Well, we are all in the same boat. Don't worry. So now this is what scientists call as madness. It's not madness, it's madness. SMAD, which is social media anxiety disorder. There are around 210 million people around the world who are addicted to this madness. Okay, 210 million people, and the numbers are just exponentially growing higher every single day. What is the first thing you do in the morning? Do you check your phone? What is the last thing that you do before going to bed? Do you check your WhatsApp? Do you check your Facebook? And in between, throughout the day, do you keep checking your photos, how many likes and how many comments you got? If the answer to all this is yes, then my dear friends, we need to relook at our lifestyles. So now before moving on, I'm sure some of you must be wondering that I should be the last person talking about this because being the VP public relations of this club, I constantly push you guys to move on to our Instagram channel, Facebook, like the photos and do like that. So why am I preaching about all this? Well, let me tell you, as long as you are using social media for Toastmasters, I'm going to give you a clean check on your social media health card. So you can do that only for Toastmasters. Now, before moving on with our next segment, let us all begin with a simple exercise. And I want all of you to participate in this exercise because this is going to be our first step towards social media detoxification. Can I get everyone's approval? Is everyone with me? Great, excellent. So all you need to do is very simple. For the next 2 hours, it's 10:19 right now. For the next 2 hours, all of you are going to switch off your mobile data pack, not use any social media. Is it fine with everyone? Yes. Okay, then let me be a little bit more liberal. Let's not use a mobile phone till the time we had lunch. Okay. Now don't tell me you have already had your lunch. So I know some of you might have joined from mobile, so I'm going to give you the exception, but you cannot use a social media. Okay. Now, for the knowledge of our guests, we have 3 segments today. The first is the prepared speech segment. The second is the table topic session, and the third is the evaluation session. And in order to enable these functions seamlessly, we have our tag team members, which comprise of the timer, R counter, and grammarian. The timer for today is Toastmaster Pawan. So may I request Toastmaster Pawan to come up on the stage and introduce your role objectives.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I'll time the table topics, speaker formal speech, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green card, yellow, and the red cards, which denotes a specific times remaining. For icebreaker speech, I will be displaying cards at different minutes. Let me tell you. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5, I'll raise the yellow. And at 6, I'll raise the red card. For prepared speeches, I'll raise the green card at 5, yellow card at 6, and red card at 7 minutes. I'll be also letting you know about the evaluation details in terms of timing. The timing is 2 to 3 minutes for that. I'll raise the green card at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. I'll also keep time for table topic speeches. The timing is 1 to 2 minutes. Basically, I'll raise the green card at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5, and red at 2 minutes. So that's from my side. Over to TMOD Anirban. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pawan. Now it's time for our R counter, Toastmaster Mansoor. Can you please come up on the stage and introduce your role?
Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. So before I explain my role, let me ask you one obvious question. Why are we here? Like what do we do in these 2 hours? Can someone answer? Yeah, please speak.
To sharpen our saw, that is improvise each and every meeting.
And how do we do it? Like majorly we do it by communication.
Yes.
We talk. So assume for today's session, we are here for talking, which is, let us assume we are here for running. So now let me share my screen.
Or maybe I can also say that to realize that I am not alone who is afraid of public speaking. Raj Lakshmi is also with me, and many others are like with me, and we are on the journey of improving together.
Okay. So can someone tell me what is this?
Walking stick.
Stick. Walking stick.
So this is like, we call it this is known as crutch. We use for supporting while walking or running. While walking, not running. So this is analogous to our talking. So we use. So these are the crutch words we use to support our speech. So, like, right, well. So I will be taking a note of all these words, and at the end I will present my report who all are using the crutches to support, to fill their voids in their speech. So over to you, Toastmasters of the day. Anirban.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mansoor. That was indeed a very innovative presentation format. Well done. Now it's time to call upon our grammarian. Our grammarian for today is Toastmaster Adil. Toastmaster Adil, can you please come up on the stage and introduce your role?
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guests. So, like today's theme being social media. So, you all might be familiar with the social media platform Grammarly. So, today I would be acting as your Grammarly. As grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day and phrase of the day. I would like to thank Toastmaster Sanchita for the word of the day and phrase of the day. Sharing my screen. My screen is visible. The word of the day is excogitate. The pronunciation of the word
Excogitate.
to find out or discover by thinking, to devise or to control. Example is Toastmaster meeting themes are well advanced. Excogitate.
Excogitate.
Phrase of the day, under the weather, meaning not completely well, slightly unwell. Toastmaster member was under the weather to attend Sunday's meeting. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day and phrase of the day. I also encourage everyone to show appreciation when speaker uses the word of the day and phrase of the day. I will give the grammarian report when called upon during the meeting, and also report on the usage of the word of the day and phrase of the day. Hopefully, I would act an amazing Grammarly person so that whenever you pop up any mistake, I would underline with a red line, and you can use it to give a right correction of the words and the grammar. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arden, for that wonderful presentation. Now, let's move ahead with our prepared speech section. So, our first speaker for today is Toastmaster Ashwin. And before inviting him on stage, I'd like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Sanchita. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. My target speaker today, Toastmaster Ashwin, is going to give his Level 1 Project 1, which is Icebreaker. The path is dynamic leadership. The title of the speech is The Decisive Moment of My Life. The time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. As this is his icebreaker speech, at the end of the speech, TM Modi, please make sure we will all give a standing ovation to TM Ashwin. Over to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchita ma'am. Toastmaster Ashwin, request you to check your audio and video.
Dear Anirban, I have a request here. I would like to check my slides if you please allow me.
Yes, please go ahead.
Timer slides. May I do it now?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I hope it's visible.
Yes, visible.
Yes, this now yellow.
Yes.
Yeah, now red. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pawan. Now, may I request Toastmaster Ashwin to confirm his audio?
Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Anirban. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are. Toastmaster Ashwin, the decisive moment of my life. The decisive moment of my life, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anirban, for handing over the stage to me. Good morning to my fellow Toastmasters and all distinguished guests. Today, I am going to share you with a real life story of mine, the decisive moment of my life, which changed my life completely. But before that, I would like to introduce myself. Let me ask you one question. Is there anyone here who is a first graduate from his or her town, village, or community? Please raise your hand if you are the first one from your village, town, or community. Thank you. Like some of you, I am also a first graduate from my village, very small village named Gundala, which is having around 500 population, located in the Rajkot district of the state of Gujarat. My parents are farmer. They are doing farming of groundnuts and cotton. I am married. My wife is homemaker. I have two sons. The elder one is 6 years old and the younger one is 3 years old. My hobbies are cycling and yoga. I have done my primary education in village itself in the government school with limited resources and infrastructure. There was only one teacher between class 1 to class 7, and there were only two classrooms where we all students used to sit together. Our teacher was sitting on the common passage between two classrooms and was sitting simultaneously all the students. The interesting part was that when teacher was teaching any one particular class student, all other class students also forcefully listening to them because we all were sitting in the same classroom. I was very clever in my study, always stood in the rank first to third in my class. The village people were telling to my father that Ashwin will become either engineer or a doctor. And I was also mentally so determined to make this into reality. After finishing my primary education at village, I went to a boarding school called Swaminarayan Gurukul, where in addition to study, I learned many additional life skills like networking with friends, how to be independent in life, and disciplined routine. After finishing my high school from 8th to 10th standard there, I went to Rajkot for my 11th and 12th science study, where I obtained a distinction in my 12th science, and I decided to take an engineering stream. For taking the branch, which should I take? Mechanical, electrical, instrumentation, IT. I was not having proper guidance, but based on my limited know-how, I was knowing that mechanical is evergreen branch. I will get easily a job after completing my engineering. So I opted for mechanical engineering. At that time, the online in-person admission counseling was happening in LT College of Engineering, Ahmedabad, which is one of the prominent engineering college of Gujarat. And this is the alma mater of our Toastmaster Kunal as well. I went there. I went there, and for me, there was no any proper guidance there that this college is better, this college is good, and the campus placement was completely new word for me. So for me, the only decision criteria was to select a college with minimum fees, because my father was maintaining fees and educational expenses of my study as well as my two younger brothers' study as well, with very limited income from the farm. So I decided to take admission into the Government Engineering College, Surat. I took admission, I went there, started attending the college. But then I realized that this was a wrong choice. The college infrastructure was not good. The faculty were not coming to take lecture. All the students were talking the negativity only, and they were talking about the etiquettes and not getting the job offer of by the seniors after completing the engineering. I was under the weather. I was literally worried. Then there was a ray of hope. The reshuffling round was announced by Central Admission Committee. I went again to Ahmedabad to change my college. And then I met a very educated parents family from Vadodara, and they have guided me that if you take an admission into GSET Engineering College, Vallabh Vidyanagar, then you will really make your career. This college is having a very good infrastructure and faculty, and the campus placement is also 100%. I mentally decided that, yeah, for sure, I will go for this college. But the problem was that this college was self-financed one, and I needed to pay a fees of around 50,000 rupees, and which was a very high fees for looking at my family's financial condition. But then also, I decided to take risk, and I took educational loan and just went for that college. And this decision became the decisive for my life, because this college has provided me a perfect platform to launch my career. and I got selected by Siemens in year 2009 in the campus recruitment process. For initial years with Siemens, I was with sales and proposal function and worked as a proposal manager. Then I switched over to business development function, and at present I am working as a business development manager. By joining Toastmasters, I want to enhance my leadership and communication skills. And I am sure that this will definitely help me to fulfill my next phases of career aspirations. And this will be the second decisive moment of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin. Now it's time to call upon our second speaker, Toastmaster Viren. Before that, I'd like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Krunal. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ashwin. A very good afternoon, good morning to all the Toastmasters and the guests present here. And a special good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Viral. Toastmaster Viral is pursuing the path of dynamic leadership, and he is giving the speech on level 4, project 1. The purpose of the speech is, this speech is divided into 2 segments. So he is going to give his first speech is for the member to give a short overview of a plan for his project. The title of the speech is Target 1 billion. Timer, please note the timing of the speech is 2 to 3 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krunal sir. Now, may I request Toastmaster Viral sir to confirm his video and audio?
Yes, hi everyone.
Yes.
Yes, I think my face is visible and am I audible, right? I cannot
perfect.
see myself. Okay, perfect.
Toastmaster Viral, target 1 billion. Target 1 billion, Toastmaster Viral.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anirban. Okay, let me start. My boss, Viral, many congratulations for the very well-deserved promotion. I was like, thank you. Thank you so much, boss. My boss says, you have done a great job in this role. And here I have the next very important challenge for you. I was like, okay, tell me. So he was like, this particular business is not doing well, and hence, and surely you and also this business is having excellent proposal over here. Okay, so your next task is you have to grow this business by at least 4 times in a year of next 3 to 4 years. So I was in 2017, 2018, and he told me, yes, you have to increase this business by 3 to 4 times. My reaction was, really? Are you sure? In next 3 years, you are asking me to increase it by 4 times. So let me pause here and please tell me your first reaction on this. So can I have the answer from you? What will be your first reaction after listening to this? Anyone?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, great. So my first reaction was, boss, in next 3 years, you are asking me to increase it by 3 to 4 times. And I think this was somewhere in 2019 or beginning of 2020. So I told boss, this business is in the range of 20 to 25 crore, and we are living in the world of COVID. And you are asking me to take this business to in the range of 1 billion. That is impossible. At least 1 billion. I was nominated as the project manager for this overall task. I became more restless and panic because of 2 more things. Number 1, a team of 4 people were given to me. And out of 4, 1 was at an age of 40 plus. I was having him on the age of 30, and he was of the age of 40 plus. And second was, market was becoming worst because of COVID and also because of Chinese competition. So I was not sure what to do. So then I took a pause and I asked my boss. After a while, I asked my boss, did I do something wrong, or have you decided to fire me from this company? So he smiled. So he was smiling. He smiled. And then we had a discussion for almost 2 hours. After 2 hours, he has surely convinced me. Well, every CEO has the skill to convince his employee. And we poor employees, we are having no choice. We have to accept whatever he is saying. And the same thing I did in 2019 or starting of 2020. Then he has given me an amazing or wonderful tool named 2 by 2 matrix. He has explained me that please use these 2 by 2 matrix, and I am sure you are going to success for this overall project. So this is the trailer of my speech. In my next speech, so which is like 5 to 7 minutes, I am going to explain how was my reaction, how were the challenges, and how was the learning for me. So let me reveal the climax over here. Can anyone guess what is the climax over here after the 3 years? Can anyone? What is the situation of this target 1 billion, 100 crores?
You must have
What should-
achieved it, Viral.
Yes, that is absolutely right. So I have, and last year only we have exceeded this target, and at the moment, okay. So yes, last year only we have exceeded this target. So in my next speech, which will be 5 to 7 minutes, I'll surely explain you how I have applied that tool and what all I have acquired acquired over here. So yeah, that's it. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viril, for that wonderful speech. Now let's move ahead with the third speaker for today. The third speaker for today is Toastmaster Bhupendra, and to evaluate him, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Gitanjali. Toastmaster Gitanjali, the stage is yours. You're on mute.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Namaskar and very good morning to each one of you. Toastmaster Bhupendra, today you will present your second speech of Label 1 from the project Evaluation and Feedback. It would be your first speech of this project. The purpose of your project is for you to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback from your evaluator, and apply those feedbacks in your second speech of this project. Timer, please note his allotted timings are 5 to 7 minutes. Your speech title, A Small Object at Rest. All the best, Toastmaster Bhupendra. Present your best. Thanks, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Toastmaster Bhupendra, could you please confirm your audio and video?
Yes, I hope I am good to go.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Toastmaster Bhupendra, a small object at rest. A small object at rest. Toastmaster Bhupendra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirban. And just timer, please note the time. It was a very admired good morning for me because we all childhood friends arranged a small get together after 2 decades. So we were excited. So we decided one venue where we supposed to gather. We supposed to gather with and meet to eat with each other. The venue was not so far away from my home. So I decided not to take a car, not to take a taxi, or not to catch the cab. So I decided to just walk through the own path and reach to the destination. So in that morning, I started to walk and I was almost reaching to the destination, to the venue. I suddenly percussioned and recovered myself from the fall. I was irritated and implicated, and I looked around. I thought, what was it? I saw a small stone was protruding from the ground. Believe me, I was irritated. And intensely, I hit my foot again to the stone to release my stress and irritations. But after some pause, some moment of the pause, I realized the stone wants to express something. So I caught that moment. And the stone replied, "Why did you hit me again?" I said, "You are lying on the middle of the path. You are an obstacle. There are a lot of small children, senior citizens, and there are a lot of people passing on this road, and you are harming cause them." Stone smiled and replied, "Willingly, I am not lying on the path in the middle of the road, and I am not an obstacle and harming cause the all living beings." So I was a part of a mighty mountain, and believe me, I was detached due to the construction work and embedded myself on the path. So intensely, I never hurt you, and I'm sorry if I would hurt it to you. So I smiled. I said, "It's nothing. It's the way you are here. So it's supposed to be happen." So the stone said, I could see the delectable environment with the sitting in the corner when I was the mighty mountain, when I was the part of the mighty mountain. I was the glory of this path. The all wayfarers supposed to sit and get a relax under the and on the mighty mountain and get the selfie pictures. I am the witness who saw this entire area was filled with the green trees. I couldn't see a small buildings. We could see always the noise of the birds, always we could see the raining waterfalls over here. But nowadays the construction are going on, we embedded over here. So it is truth. Unknowingly, I might have been harming the people or the senior citizen or who are passing or the living beings who are passing on this road. So anyone has ever thought there are lot of transportation, heavy vehicles are going on this road, and the heavy constructions are going on this area and harm to us? Believe me, my existence is not just to remain embedded on the road. I have been waiting to someone who can take me and shape me and put me at the right place. Yes, I am a small object, but I am not on the rest. So I have been embedded on the road, on the path, due to progressive phenomenon going on around the world. So believe me, I don't afraid with the thwack of the hammer and chisel. You can take me with you and shape me. And I'm ready to mold myself the way you want. So believe me, I can be in your garden, I can be in the temple, I can be in the drawing room. To criticize to someone, it's very easy, but to shape to someone and something, it's very hard. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhupendra. Now, I would like to call upon our timer, Toastmaster Pawan, to come over the stage and give the timing reports.
Yes, thank you, TM Modi and Anirban. TM Ashwin took 5 minutes 58 seconds. TM Viral took 4 minutes 18 seconds. And TM Bhupendra took 6 minutes 24 seconds. So TM Ashwin and Bhupendra are qualified. TM Viral, if he is supposed to speak for at least 5 minutes, then I guess
No, Dr.
2
Pawan,
to 4 minutes.
Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes. So I believe
2 to
you
3
forgot
minutes.
to play the card during his speech, right?
Yes, I was thinking about 5 to 7 minutes as per the agenda.
Yeah.
But I have noted down the time.
Okay.
Yes, I think that was my mistake. Sorry about that.
So everyone is valid for the poll, or
No, I am not qualified
Okay,
because I have exceeded the timings. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but since the timer has not displayed the card, we can give the benefit of doubt to the speaker.
Yes, I'm really sorry about that.
No problem.
No,
I was
no
following
problem.
the agenda. I'm really sorry.
okay, thank you. So may I request the Zoom master to launch the poll for all the 3 speakers? Okay, so now by the time Zoom master launches the poll, it's time to move on to the most exciting session of any tabletop. Okay, we have the voting. I request everyone to vote. Thank you, everyone. So now it's time to proceed to the next segment, a very exciting session to be conducted by a very dynamic Toastmaster. But before that, let me present to you a small fact. There is a chemical or a hormone in our brain called dopamine. I'm sure most of you must have heard about it. Now, the dopamine, has many primary functions. Among them, one of the main functions of dopamine is to create desires or longing in ourselves, the desire to own something or materialistic desires. Now, scientists have said dopamine is the primary factor responsible for madness, that is the social media anxiety disorder. So, in order to curb our social media anxiety disorder, there is a technique called as dopamine fasting. What does it mean? It means you consciously decide to reduce the level of dopamine in your body by involving yourself in some other activities. Now, some other, like as experts say, you can get involved in maybe reading books, like pursuing your hobbies. But I feel, switching from Facebook to reading a book, it's very difficult job in a day to do. It's an utopian concept. So in order to do that, I have a very practical solution, and I'm going to share with you that practical solution. But you have to stay tuned till the end of the meeting, and I'm going to share it towards the end. So now let's move ahead with the table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster Sai.
Thank you, Yamodi and Irban. Thank you for those kind words. So before going on to the table topics, let me introduce what table topics mean to all our guests. The purpose of the table topic master is to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking. I will introduce a topic and call on speaker who will be given 2 minutes to speak on the subject. Timer, please note that the time for the speech is 1 to 2 minutes. So this time I've tried something new. Let me share my screen. Just let me know once you can see it. Yeah. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So the first 3 speakers would be Ishpal Singh, guest Ishpal Singh, Toastmaster Yogesh, and Toastmaster Ankit. So this is how it's going to work, right? So there is a spin wheel, and all topics are equally easy. And once I spin the wheel, it all depends on your luck what topic you get, and you need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the topic. Hope it's clear. So this is my topic for guest Ishpal Singh.
Yashpal,
Yeah.
I think he's a Toastmaster. Yashpal, can you just switch on your camera?
There is Toastmaster Yashpal Gohil and
Yeah, I
guest
thought.
Yashpal Singh.
Yeah, so I,
Yes.
yeah.
Sahicharan is Toastmaster, not a guest.
No. There is Yashpal Singh.
I'm a
Yashpal
guest.
Singh.
I'm a guest. Yashpal. Yeah.
Yeah. So Yashpal Singh, guest. So this is your topic. So what is your most beloved childhood memory? You can start speaking.
Okay. So as a person, I get emotionally attached to my surroundings. So the most memorable childhood activities which I remember is like the part of my life which I spent with my friends. I had a big circle of friends, and now also I have around 11 of them who are in like continuous touch with me. And um, the most what I remember is like the games which we used to play, and now in this era those games have vanished, and children, they don't know the games. They are like, as example for my son, he's like attached to his devices more, his laptop, his mobile. They don't have much options around, options in the field which they can play. They play like football or cricket. We also with friends we also used to play cricket, but the games which were like which didn't need much resources, like hide and seek game, which is like most memorable part of my life. We used to every evening we used to play that game whenever the electricity supply was not there in our society, and we used to play in some area in a defined area, and we used to search hide and seek game. It was like a game of like maybe an hour in the evening, and it's always a part of my memory. My friends as such, like if I talk about my son, he has friends, but he always keeps on switching with his friendship circle, which is not the case with me, and I think it would be the case with all my generation as well. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much, guest Yashpal Singh, for sharing such a wonderful memory from your childhood.
Thank
so,
you.
Moving on, let me share my screen again. So this question is for Toastmaster Yogesh. So another gentle reminder to all guests. So if you use word of the day and the phrase of the day, you will be given extra credits for that. Yeah. So I think that you can all see my screen. And the question for Toastmaster Yogesh is this: how would you spend 1 crore rupees in one day?
Good morning,
how would
everybody.
you spend 1 crore rupees in one day? Toastmaster Yogesh, you are up.
Good morning, everybody. It's a very interesting question. How would I spend 1 crore in one day? While reading this question, I was thinking whether I will get 1 crore for one day or not. But let's say that I get 1 crore for one day. What I will do about it? There are many possibilities to be done in the crore. First, normally instinct will be to spend on the luxuries which I have not been in my life, or I wouldn't be able to buy till now. Second would be that I would like to invest it normally so that we could multiply the same amount and I will have 1 crore every day. But the best part or the best strategy for this to spend 1 crore would be distribute it into a different buckets, which I would like to do it. The first bucket, I would like to put it into a strategy bucket, which will help me in maintaining this crore for next couple of years at least, so I could spend this crore every day. The another bucket I would like to do to the luxuries and comforts, not only for me, but for my family also. I come from a very humble background, and hence I would like to give them all those things which we couldn't afford just because of the money. The next bucket, I would like to use it for the poverty donations. I am an active member for various NGOs where I donate normally every year. I would like to give it to them where the needful will get this amount, and they could also have a part of this crore to spend a day, which could be a remembrance for that life. So if a question comes, how would I spend my crore in the entire day? I would spend it on myself and family. I would like to save it for my future and then give it to normally the needy person so they also have a better life. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yogesh. Indeed, you know how to spend your money well. So, moving on, the next speaker would be Toastmaster Ankit. Yeah, and the question for you is, what is the one positive thing that happened in your life because of social media? Yeah, what is the one positive thing that happened in your life because of social media? Ankit, you are up.
Yes, I would talk about the recent thing. In this week only, I have attended a workshop, and the learnings I got from that workshop were immense. Means that was a paid one, and the host just opened the secrets of the media personalities which they were using practically. He just decoded it, and it was the moment like, oh my god, it's so easy, and we were like, anyone could do it. But when you come to doing it, then you will find that, oh, it's not that easy also. So that was the latest moment. And one thing which was positive was because I joined social media to get in touch with my teacher who was relocating from near my house. Yeah, she has gone to the city area. So to be in touch with her, I have started on social media. Means I've created a social media account.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ankit. It was indeed so. Despite all its evils, social media also serves some good purposes, which we have all seen in pandemic. Yeah. Moving on, my next three speakers are guest Rohanshi, guest Virendra, and Toastmaster Ronak. Yeah. Please be prepared. So this question is for guest Rohanshi, and let me. The question for you is, what is something you wish you learned from your closest friends? And I'm repeating the question. What is something you wish you learned from your closest friends? Guest Rohanshi, you are up.
First of all, actually, there are many things which I wish I could learn from my closest friends. I think I should learn how to say no when it is when I don't want to do something, because I actually I feel they might kind of feel rude if I say no. So I feel whenever if I don't want to do something, I should say no. Simply say no rather than thinking about the fact that they would feel offended. I think it's better to not trust people very easily, because trusting kind of leads to expectations, and expectation leads to disappointment. So yeah, and I feel like my closest friends are like very hardworking when it comes to studies. So I think I should be more sincere and serious when it comes to studying. I should spend more time in studies. And I think I should I should learn. I think I should observe how they manage their how they behave with people, and how I think I should know. I should try to adapt to. I think I should adjust. I think because they are like, I should accept their their behavior towards me and with people, because I'm not actually very adjusting when it comes to dealing with people. Sorry.
Yep. Thank you very much, guest Rohanshi. Indeed, some of the great values to be imbibed from your friends. Now, moving on, the next table topic is for guest Virendra. So, Virendra, the question for you is, what do you do in your me time? And I'm repeating the question, what do you do in your me time? Guest Virendra, you're up.
Sure. So first of all, thank you for providing me a chance to speak about how I think about a particular topic. Now coming to the question, like what do I like to do in my me time? There are a couple of things that I actually do on a daily basis in my me time. So first of them is I ensure that I find time to introspect and go about how things went in the entire day and how I could have done them better. That is one thing that I have ensured that I do on a daily basis. The second thing that I do is I like to read. So I do read about, mostly it is about autobiographies. So I try to read at least 1 or 2 pages about an autobiography of anybody. And the third thing that I like to do is I like to know about different cultures and traditions. So I make it a point to either watch a documentary or if I happen to find an article, then I go through that article regarding different cultures and traditions that we have in India and the world over. Yeah, I think that should be all from my side. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much, guest Virendra. Indeed, a great way to make your me time productive by learning about so many things. So, my next speaker would be Toastmaster Ronak. Ronak, your question is, what is the most productive hobby you are proud of? I'm repeating the question. What is the most productive hobby you are proud of? And you're up, Toastmaster Ronak.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So as far as hobby is concerned, there are a lot of hobby I have, like playing cricket, chess, carom, dancing, listening music, and watching songs, and also reading. So nowadays the hobby is decreasing trend, that I am not able to concentrate more on my hobby. But whenever I am getting time, I would like to read certain articles on technology or innovations, mostly from the LinkedIn as well as from the different books. So these are the areas wherein I feel that it will be helpful to me to grow in my technical aspects, as well as I have a fond of reading books. So I have plenty of books. So whenever I travel in any airport, I purchase one of the book and try to read at least 50% of the book inside the flight and during the traveling time, so that this will be a new insight to me in totality, wherein I can able to understand the other aspects of life apart from the technical things. And yes, spending a time with friends also a very good, I can say, enjoy moment. But yes, as far as hobbies concerned, one of the important thing is a painting or a drawing. So I spend time with my daughter doing some different kind of paintings and drawings by interest of her idea or my idea, and enjoying the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ronak. I was thinking maybe you would say being ex-com of Vadodara Toastmasters Club would be a great hobby for you, but nevertheless, indeed great productive hobbies you have. So my next 3 speakers are guest Sancheti. Toastmaster Yashpal Gohil and Toastmaster Vinod. So, and for guest Sancheti, the question is this: what made you smile this week? So, guest Sancheti, what made you smile this week? You are up.
Yes, sir. So, sir, let me begin. Smile is like we generally tend to forget in the day of, doing busy things. We have a lot of work, college work, technical team, everything. But this one thing that happens every week is the mentorship call with Kunal sir. So this is the thing that makes me smile every time, because he actually takes the sum up of what you do in a week, what needs to be corrected, what needs to be inculcated. He tells us various things about, like, you should do this, to find your own way, how you can actually manage your task with your way, loving those things very dearly. So that is the thing. Every week it brings a beautiful smile on my face. Like, after completing that mentorship call, I feel like I've accomplished something very well. So and that kind of, actually, it is a learning experience for me. Sir takes us to the dimension where I find myself. I can actually get to know who actually Sancheti is. And learning is a very beautiful thing that he can do. Like, he teaches very well and gets to the essence of topic. So this is the thing that brings smile on my face. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sancheti. Kunal sir is indeed flattered. So moving on, the next speaker would be Toastmaster Yashpal Gohil. And the question for you is, what social media influencer / celebrity would you wish to become for a day? The question is, what social media personality you wish to become for a day? Toastmaster Yashpal, you are up.
Yeah, am I clearly audible, visible?
Yes.
Okay, good. First of all, good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to be here after a long time. Now, I'm not very much involved in a social media, especially in last 1.5 to 2 years. But still, if you given me a chance, probably Mr. Maheshwari, Mr. Sandeep Maheshwari. I'll say a reason why. Because one, he touched people's life, right? He has a great potential to motivate individuals. His thought, the way he speaks, I like that very much. I'll not say that it is inspiring, but I like that, the way he collect his thoughts, the way he deliver his speech. As we all are in a Toastmaster family, that is one of the catalysts that maybe I would also like to speak like him one day. Another part is I have learned about his story. In his initial day, he struggled a lot, and then eventually find his way to bring values to the society, and he is doing it by delivering the speech, and that way he can impact life of many. That is another value I would like to bring in myself, that whatever I do, it should, in a positive way, it should impact the society. Or if I say, social media is a good platform if you use it positively, if you use it sensitively. But again, there is a very thin line to fall on the wrong side of it. So though I am not a very much social media addictive, I must say, but still, if given a chance, I would like to be, for one day, I would like to be Sandeep Maheshwari. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yashpal. Really interesting personality to look up to. Yeah. And my last table topic speaker for today would be Toastmaster Vinod. And the question for you is, who is your role model and why? Toastmaster Vinod, who is your role model and why? You are up.
Yeah. Thank you. Giving me chance for this topic. My role model.
Sorry, please go ahead.
My role model is Swami Vivekananda. Actually, I am working on the path of him only, because I want to work all the things for others. I am thinking
if I will give something to other. Everybody are doing all the work, all the job, all money making for himself. Definitely it is required for society. But 1%, 2%, 0.5%, we need to be give the nature, we need to be give the society, we need to be give the country. Only this formula, if everybody will apply in their life, I hope this is the actual dream of Swami Vivekananda. He wants nobody will poor in the country. Everybody must be educated. Everybody must live in the friendly life in the India. This is the three things he wants in whole life. But he works for this world. Through this table topic, I want to convey their message to all our Toastmasters. We need to be give some efforts for society, country, and nature. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinod. Indeed, a great personality we are all proud of. So that ends the table topic session. So I hand over the control back to Toastmaster of the day, Anirban.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai, for that very wonderfully organized table topic session. Now, may I request the timer to present the timings report?
Yes, I have noted all the timings of different speakers, and thank you for this. Actually, I can say that overall everybody has qualified. If I need to speak in details, guest Yashpal took 2 minutes 22 seconds. TM Yogesh 1 minute 44 seconds. TM Ankit 1 minute 12 seconds. Guest Rohansi took 2 minutes 2 seconds. Guest Virendra took 1 minute 28 seconds. TM Ronak took 1 minute 45 seconds. Guest Sanjati took 1 minute 22 seconds. TM Yashpal Gohil took 1 minute 37 seconds. And TM Vinod Kumar Singh took 1 minute 25 seconds. Thank you. Over to you, TM Anirban.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pawan. Now, may I request the Zoom master to launch the polls for all the speakers since everyone is qualified. And now, let's proceed to the third segment. Okay, let's vote. Okay, so now let's proceed to the third segment, the evaluation segment. For that, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Pooja. Toastmaster Pooja, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Anirban. Just imagine a sandwich without butter, no spices in our food. The same way, excogitate the speakers not having evaluation. At least I can't. So I'll proceed with the segment of evaluation round. My first evaluator, Toastmaster Sanchita, I invite her for evaluating her target speaker, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, GE. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Thank you. Where there's a will, there's a way. This was proved today by your speech, TM Ashwin. A very good morning to everybody, and especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster Ashwin. Congratulations for a brilliant speech. This was your icebreaker speech, yet you displayed preparation for advanced speeches. You did not use any notes. Very good. You presented the speech in such a way that it will appear as a rolling camera movie. You started with your childhood, then you moved to your adolescence, then adulthood, education, and job. You presented all your struggles, no matter where you come from your village, with minimum exposure, minimum information, yet you were determined and you achieved what you wished for. Your hard work, your parents, your hobbies, that was very nicely presented. I love the way you put forth the question, is anyone the first graduate of their community, village, or city? That was nice. You trickled the audience's attention by that question. Every speech can be taken to the next level. We all are here to improvise on our abilities in communication. Here I have 2 recommendations for you. First is, write the speech again and again and get it reviewed by your mentor. You will be getting more inputs on grammar and organizing it better. Secondly, you place the camera very nicely, you were very nicely visible, but you have a tendency of joining your fingers again and again. This is a sign of nervousness. You can overcome that. Try to watch some speeches in YouTube and you will know how to maneuver your hands while giving your speech. This will help you build your confidence. Overall, you've done a very good job. You've spoken everything about yourself. We would still like to know a little more on how you wish to accomplish other goals by joining Toastmasters. To summarize, beautiful speech, good content, no use of notes, good preparation, excellent eye contact. Keep the suggestions in mind. You will become a great speaker. Over to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchita. It was amazing to evaluate Toastmaster Ashwin, the icebreaker speech. Now, Toastmaster Krunal sir for evaluating Toastmaster Viral's speech. I invite Toastmaster Krunal.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Madam Toastmaster Pooja. Good morning, all the Toastmasters and guests, and a special good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Viral. You started your speech with a drama, a dialogue between you and your boss. Even though it is a virtual platform, you managed the stage movement very well. You mimic the dialogue. One side is you and another side is your boss. So that is an excellent way of conveying the message or creating the scene to the audience mind. And because of that, the audience was actually excogitated from the beginning of your speech. Secondly, you asked questions also between your speech. So that also helped the helped audience to get hooked with your speech. Third, there was a pinch of a humor in your speech. Well, all the CEO has that skills to convince the team. And I could see the laugh on audience face. So that was, I would say, a commendable way to get the audience engagement. Now let us see how we can take this speech to the next level, or maybe we can take the speech where it can take the 1 billion applause. Number one, there were many ahs and unwanted pauses in your speech. When speaker delivers the speech with lot of ahs and unwanted pauses, audience believe or audience feel that speaker is not well prepared or lacks confidence. So try to avoid that. Second thing, be precise on the timelines and the details. For example, you mentioned that somewhere in 2019 or 2020. Why to say so? Say December 2020. It can help audience to vividly imagine, because speaking is all about imagination. It is basically you are helping listeners to imagine the scene, what you are going through in their mind. And 2019 and 2020 are not the routine terms for the community club. You should mention that in the year of 2019, or 1 billion is also something which is not a common word. You should mention that my target was around 1 billion INR or Indian rupees. So these details will help audience that what exactly the target was given to you and how big was the target. Third thing is closed arm gesture. Most of your speech in your 4 minutes 18 minutes duration, you had a closed arm gesture. Try to avoid that, because ultimately it also gives a non-verbal communication or non-verbal message to the audience that you still need more preparation. But having said that, looking to your potential, I am sure that you will overcome on this, and next speech you will deliver better. Let me give you a challenge. In your next speech, you will not use the word like and you will not use any R's. Let us see how you will take this challenge. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krunal sir. It was great indeed to have such insightful evaluation. Now, Toastmaster Gitanjali Madam. I invite her for evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Bhupendra. Am I audible? Thank you, Ji. Again, good morning to each one of you. Toastmaster Bhupendra, I'm feeling very happy that after a long gap, you are back to the VTM platform. You had presented a lovely speech. Your speech title, A Small Object at Rest, had created great enthusiasm in the minds of audience. Through your speech, you slowly revealed about small object that is nothing but a piece of stone detached from mighty mountain. Just because of the heavy construction work, you express the feeling of stone, its pain and its joy through your speech. Your story of little stone and reach everyone. One way it was an eye-opening speech for all of us. No doubt your speech was very emotional. Your theme was wonderful. You presented the result of high modernization. Your eye contact and facial gesture were quite up to the tune of your speech. But your body was not at all speaking. You just kept your fingers in one place, or I can say that it is a closed arm position. You look this way, you look little nervous. You tried your level best to present good speech, but I somehow felt it was not well practiced and well delivered speech. I have few recommendations for you to make you an excellent speaker and good presenter. Firstly, try to write your speech well in advance. If needed, take the help of your mentor to make it flawless in terms of language. Secondly, do more practice to present your speech more smoothly. Thirdly, record and re-record your speech in your cell phone, review it and improvise it. This way, you can improve your presentation in a much more better way. I know by this way you can improve yourself. I believe in near future, we will listen many more good presentation from you. All the best. Thanks and over to you, G. Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali, Madam. Really remarkable evaluation. Now, it's all the evaluators did not have under the weather evaluation, correct? Now, it's the time for the timer to present his report. So I invite Toastmaster Dr. Pavan to please share his report.
Thank you, Pooja Madam. Yes, I can see that all the evaluators are qualified to be detailed. TN Sanchita took 2 minutes 21 seconds. Kunal sir took 3 minutes 15 seconds. Gitanjali Madam took 2 minutes 46 seconds. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for such meticulous report. Now we'll have the polling for the evaluators. So can we have the polling? Okay. Thank you. Can I proceed further if the polling has been done? Okay. Now I call Toastmaster Mansoor to present his counter report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So, we are all amazing runners, I would say sprinters, but a few of our friends are under the weather, and for them to excogicate to become better runner, let's check how well they have run. So starting with Toastmaster Ashwin, a special day for you. Your birthday your first race, so you were flawless for a few kilometers. After that, you started using crutches for 9 times. For 9 steps, you used your crutches. Toastmaster Viral, Toastmaster Krunal has already made my work easier by the R, and so Toastmaster Viral used 13 times to support of crutches 13 times.
Yes.
Bhupendra, I want to appreciate you. You didn't use any ahs or ums, but you chose to take pauses. That is a good sign. But few pauses were unusual. So if you took 4 while running, you took 4 stops, and sometimes you were running forward and backwards. By that I mean you were repeating your words and sentences a few times. Now coming to other guest, guest Yashpal Singh took 5, used crutches for 5 times. Toastmaster Ankit used crutches for 4 times. Guest Rohanshi used crutches for 8 times. Guest Virendra used crutches for 5 times. Toastmaster Ronak used crutches for 6 times. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, our counter Toastmaster Mansoor, for really the impactful way of delivering your role. Now I invite our grammarian Toastmaster Adil to please present his report.
Once again, good morning, everyone. For being grammarian, aka Grammarly, I got very little red lines while you were all speaking, but there were some technical errors which I would ponder upon. Before starting, I just want to convey a message in a form of connecting Toastmaster Sai regarding constructive feedback. So as Toastmaster Sai started with the beautiful anecdote of Steve Jobs, here I am with a small intricacy about it. So in 1985, the Steve Jobs was fired, or he left Apple and started a new company next, which was his outstanding performance in there. But before that, in 1983, a person named John Sculley, who was a vice president and president at PepsiCo, joined Apple as a CEO. And Steve Jobs pursued him to join Apple. And he mentioned that, do you want to sell sugar water for the rest of your life, or come with and change the world with? And after joining, he joined, and in 2 years of time, he started giving constructive feedback to Steve Jobs, who was the father of Apple and who was the founder of the company. And it is very bold move to give some message to a CEO, by a CEO to founder. And he gave constructive feedback in terms of how Steve Jobs was behaving, like he was rude with the person and sometimes abruptly tend to embarrass the members who were working with him. And as a result, he was told to step down of Macintosh, which was his sort of a baby, which is now known as a MacBook or Mac product. After leaving that, he joined Next, and again constructive feedback was given by Bill Gates, because the Next computer, which was innovative and above the level of the software that was there, but it lacked the compatibility in terms of facts. So that constructive feedback helped Steve Jobs be what he is today. So moving on to the report, I would be giving constructive feedback, but I won't be naming the person, because I want everyone to learn from the mistake rather than pinpoint some people. Starting with the good words which were used: alma mater, which was used by Toastmaster Ashwin, then introspect, used by guest Virendra, essence, used by guest Sanchiti, trickle, used by Toastmaster Sanchita, maneuver, which was also used by Toastmaster Sanchita, vividly used by Toastmaster Krunal, meticulous report used by Toastmaster Pooja, some thoughts which were also some words used by Toastmaster Bhupender, percussive, precluding, and also some thoughts which were really good. Trusting leads to expectation, and expectation leads to disappointment, which was by which was given by guest Roshni. And also, where there is a will, there is a way by Toastmaster Sanchita. The use of word of the day was done by Toastmaster Pooja, Toastmaster Kruna, and Toastmaster Manchu, but which was a bit wrongly placed, but the essence was perfect. So that's a good job, and I appreciate that. The phrase of the day was used by Toastmaster Ashwin, Toastmaster Mansoor, and Toastmaster Pooja. Well job done. Some of the error, and I won't name, of the state of Gujarat was used. It should be in state of Gujarat. What was sitting on classroom floor. Rather, it has to be used to sit on the classroom floor. For taking the branch, for pursuing the branch. It should be for pursuing the branch. Then the sentence which was used, so I obtained for mechanical engineering. As a result, should be the right word instead of so. As a result, I opt for mechanical engineering. As student were talking negatively, the word which was used, it should have been students were portraying negativity. Fulfill next phase of my life. It should have been fulfill upcoming phase of my life. Other mistake in next 3 to 4 years, it should have been in coming 3 to 4 years. Told boss was used, instead it should have been told my boss. Then, so he was smiling. Instead of that, it should have been, so he smiled, which is like 5 to 7 minutes. It should have been, which would be 5 to 7 times. Then there was usage of word, just timer, note the time. Timer, please note the time is a correct usage. Meet with each other. It should have been meet each other, which is an extra filler. Stone want to express something. Stone wanted to express something was a right usage. And on the mighty mountain was used, which should have been, and not like and should not have been used. It should have been on the mighty mountain. Rainwater and falling was used, which should have been rainwater which was falling. And the correct uses of were chisel. There was also usage of has many primary function. It should have been has a lot of primary function. So I guess he is not qualified. It should have been, so I perceive he is not qualified. Then moving on to, actually there are a lot of things. Let's just move on to some of the good usage. I would like to appreciate how Toastmaster Yogesh conjugated about a crore rupees. So that was an amazing usage of words and filler words. Apart from there is a lot of detail, but I won't take much of the time. I have still 3 pages left, but I would move on to other. Won't make it a cliche grammarly classes. So I would move on to the general event. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adil. That was really, I was like, a fog before me, because being a grammarian or a counter or timer, it's a thankless job, but still, I will say that you are a focused listener. You connected from Toastmaster Sai and made it so impactful. Kudos. No, I'm speechless. And you can click those 3 pages and share in our official group. So now my general evaluation. Up till now, everything is goody. a wonderful day and meeting. So here is my evaluation. Is my screen visible? Excuse me?
Yes. Yes, it's visible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rutvi started very powerfully and on time. Toastmaster Sai Charan, the presiding officer role, was taken in a very impressive way, involved everyone and addressed warmly, not only to members, but also to guests. The three musketeers, timer, counter, and grammarian, justified the roles and did it confidently. I would just say that everyone, when they take up the role, they hold themselves to make the mistake. So everyone should opt for considered roles. And it's my request not to the role takers, but also to the new members. The prepared speeches, their hard work reflected on the platform of Vadodara Toastmasters Zoom meeting. Yes, Toastmaster Sai Charan, the most, I will not say table topic master, but talented table topic master, did a very stupendous job by interactive session and very informative. It was not that easy, but it was really nice way that everyone could give their best for the topics and not so confusing. The evaluators impact an impeccable way of giving their thoughts to their prepared speakers. And I'm sure it is not going to only help their relevant and target speakers, but also to the listeners who are present in the Toastmasters meeting. Last but not the least, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anirban. What an impactful way, diligent way of informing how social media have given the advantage also and how it is the disadvantage in our professional and family life. But still, I am looking forward for his wrap-up theme of the session. All goody things gives you diabetes. I don't want that. So some bitter truth should also be taken. Yes, what was under the weather? Before meeting, I saw that Toastmaster Rutvi, the sergeant at arm, was after the role players, calling them. So I request that before 10 minutes of the meeting, the role players should be present. The role players, when they want to share anything on the screen, that practice should have been done. So in between, there won't be any intervene. That is my second recommendation. Third was, like, the timing of Toastmaster video was 2 to 3 minutes. So before the agenda agenda share in the official group, that time it has to be informed so the timer don't get perplexed. And because of that, he missed the timing sharing. Anyways, the tips and bits are always there, and I'm sure this will bridge the gap in our next meetings. But hearty congratulations to the XCOM for the new step that was providing this slot once and taking up the roles for rest of the meetings. That is a real smooth way for providing the slots and being so sure about your role, and you can practice accordingly. Just apart from the meeting, I found that agenda, the corrected part of the agenda was given previous day. But only one thing was there. There should have been a line that it's a corrected agenda. So a person will not miss to see once again, because this agenda was already there on Friday and next it was on Saturday. So a person like me will think that, oh, it's the same repetition. And when the changes are there and we see on the time of the meeting, we really get confused. So just a line that please go through this agenda. It's a corrected one. That's my recommendation before the meeting. And yes, I'm done with my meeting and general evaluation, but I feel it should have been a special one for everyone. I pen down and hand over the stage of this virtual platform to our Toastmaster of the day for his conclusion of social detoxification. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja, for that wonderful detailed evaluation. Well, let me admit, before this general evaluation report, I had never imagined that a GE report can be presented in the form of a PPT. So excellent job. So now, before we move ahead to the conclusion, just a quick status check. Has anyone of you used your mobile phone in this duration? Honest answers, please. Okay,
No.
Sai and okay, that's great. So rest of the people have not used it. So congratulations to you. You are on the first step towards social media detoxification. Now, before we move ahead, as previously promised in the section about dopamine fasting technique. So here I'm going to present with you the dopamine fasting technique. There is a famous quotation in English that we should fight fire with fire. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to fight technology with technology. All you got to do is do a very simple thing, that download a simple app called Off Time. This app will enable you to set a predefined time in which, if you want to use any of the social media apps, it will not allow you to do. So you can use it for 30 days and I'm sure you will see it a difference. So to conclude with, the purpose of this discussion was not to incriminate social media. You see, social media is a boon. It's a great technology. And communication has been faster like never before. But with a caveat, like every other technology, we must use it very judiciously. We must not allow it to invade into our personal space and affect it personally. So with that, I would now like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Sai. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, CMOD and Irban. Indeed, sorry for using my phone. I realized that I'll be able to go without food and water longer than without social media. So yeah, thank you very much for that. So with this, I think we'll go for the results. Ruthvi, Toastmaster Ruthvi, if you can share your screen. I think the first result
we
would be
still
for the
need to launch two polls, the supporting role player and the role player poll, and then we can move
for that. Yeah. Please launch the poll. Yes. If everyone has voted.
Yes.
Okay, great. Great.
Waiting for two more votes.
Okay. Okay.
We have it here. And we can launch the poll for the role player.
Yes, please. Has everyone voted for this week?
No, just a second.
Okay.
One more person needs to vote.
That must be host maybe or over.
No. With like except me, one more person has not voted, but I guess we can move ahead.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So I think indeed a great session by TMOD, Anirban, and great general evaluation by Toastmaster Pooja. Rutvi, are you ready to share the certificate?
And give me a minute.
Okay. Before that, I think we can go for guest feedback. Guest Rohanshi, thank you for being attentive throughout the meeting and being participative and being so attentive to the meeting. I would like to get your feedback on the session. I cannot hear you. Some problem with your mic?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible now. Please go ahead now.
It was a very good experience. I actually don't. I'm actually very shy when it comes to speaking in front of many people. So I think if I attend many, I'm looking forward to attend many more meetings and improving my communication skills.
Thank you, Rohanshi. Any feedback that you would like to give to improve it better, making the experience better?
I think everyone was very patient when it comes to listening, so I am very happy. Thank you everyone for hearing me out, and I think
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Like you rightly pointed out, it definitely improves your listening skills as well, along with your speaking skills. So thank you for that. So Toastmaster Ruthvi, are we ready? Okay, I think we will have a rest of the guest feedback after the polling.
Yeah, sure. Just a second.
And I think the winners will get a dopamine kick after seeing the results. So the first award is for best table topic speaker. Any guesses? Toastmaster Yogesh, congrats. I think this is your
second. Congratulations, Yogesh.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Yogesh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Consecutive award. Congratulations on that. And the next award is for the best role player. And the award goes to.
Wow.
Oh.
Congratulations, Anirban and Sai Charan. Great job.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And the best supporting role player of the award goes to. Any guesses here?
I don't know.
Adil.
Sai maybe.
Yeah, it's very difficult to say. All performed pretty good. So let us see. Ruthvi, if you can.
Oh,
Adil.
Great. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Adil.
Congratulations, Adil.
Thank you.
And the best evaluator of the day. Any guesses?
Krunal sir. Toastmaster Krunal.
Sanchita madam.
Yeah. Ruthvi, Toastmaster Kunal sir, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think you are out of place to put the certificates. So, best prepared speaker for the day. Any guesses here?
Ashwin.
Ruthvi, you can. Toastmaster, congrats, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Congratulations, Ashwin.
Thank you.
Century on the debut match, huh?
Yeah. Great feat on the icebreaker speech. So now we'll continue with the guest feedback. So Toastmaster Yashpal, how do you feel? I think you have moved from All Scripts Toastmasters Club.
Yep.
Any suggestions?
So yeah, even though I was part of All Scripts Club, VTM has been second place for me since long. Since 2017, I attended my first meeting here. So it's really great to come back here. Though I would have loved to meet in person, but let's say this is the way. And wonderful meeting. I am attending Toastmaster meeting after a long time, probably after 3-4 months. And it's wonderful to be part of this. So looking forward for more and more meetings. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yashpal. Guest Virendra, feedback and how did you feel about this session?
Yeah, so it was really very nice to have this session today, and specifically, I want to thank the entire arrangement of having technical evaluation, even to the point of having the evaluation of the fillers in between, like and the also the grammatical evaluation. So that is what because we tend to not pay attention to those things when we are speaking. So having that is a really a good thing to have on our side. And I think the format is a very great thing to have in terms of this entire purpose that we are trying to achieve. So yeah, I think yeah, that's it.
Thank you, guest Virendra, for your feedback.
Sure.
Guest Yashpal, so I think you are a Toastmaster veteran, so wanted to learn your feedback from other Toastmaster clubs and how do you feel we failed compared to those?
Yeah. So okay, I have most of the meetings I attended were face to face. So the experience from this meeting, like this was a excellent informative session where we learned two important words which we can apply through this week and repeat and learn those two words. Excogitate word. I think it's a bit difficult to pronounce, but yeah, nice to know these words. But maybe a jargon if we use repetitively in our daily day-to-day life. But yeah, it's good to learn. Under the weather, it was a beautiful word, and I will apply it through the week and learn it. More bodily gestures may help, like thumbs up when we use the day of the word of the day, and these things. That might help. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, guest Yashpal. Now moving on, we have Sanchiti. Sanchiti, if you can unmute yourself and let us know your feedback.
Yeah, sure. Of course, it was a wonderful experience. But the thing I found here is that every time I join this, I find something new. Whether this time you conducted everything in a creative way, spinning the things, it was really, I feel like this brings an upgrade at every level. Improvising is the factor that everyone can see here. So this is the thing I like the most today. Yes, rest all the it is like when you can extract everything from the good speakers here. The word of the day, phrase of the day. Although that might not be possible when you are speaking it right here, but you actually try to implement those things when you're talking to someone else. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, indeed. My fellow Toastmasters are pushing the bar high and high for all the role players, prepared speakers, evaluators alike. So looking forward to be part of this club more and more. Yeah. So if we are 4 minutes before the time, and if we have no other things to be discussed, I declare the meeting adjourned. I don't have a gavel, so
Toastmaster,
yeah.
sorry. Can you take one group pic, please?
Sure. Yeah. So we are trying to take a group picture for our minutes of meeting. So please stay for a couple of seconds and give a pose which you like.
Sorry, are
Yes,
you
it's
taking
done.
this screenshot?
Yeah, I'm taking it. It's done.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you for the wonderful
Have a
meeting.
pleasant Sunday. Bye. See you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Great job, Sancharan and Rutvi. Great job. Thank you. And Anirban as well. Thank you.